Zombie survival quiz, most people choose wrong.
It's a quiz to find out if you'd survive a zombie apocalypse. Not movie logic.
Y'all think you would survive? I think I'd at least I would last past the first stages. I'm not saying I would start a new civilization and, like, you know, become governor of my own little town. But I don't think it would be like I'm not going out day one of the outbreak, you know? It depends what type of zombies we're working with. I don't know if she's going to address this, but that's kind of another big thing. I think when people talk about zombie apocalypses, it's generally assumed that you're referring to Walking Dead. Is that fair? Because World War Z, those ones, and they run. they run faster than they would if they were alive. Like that. No. Those I'm dead. Those I'm for sure dead. But I think I would live Walking Dead.
Not gamer instincts, actual survival decision making pulled from disaster studies, urban collapse scenarios, and real world psychology. It's 28 questions long. Some of the questions are easy, most of them are not. For each of the questions, you get 4 options to pick from, and I'll tell you the right answer and explain why the others most likely will get you killed. As we go through the quiz, you should keep track of your score. You get 1 point per correct answer. And at the end, I'll tell you...
Oh, God. Is it like, hey, if you have 10 points, you live? How many points do you need to survive? It's probably unreal, like 20. You need to get, like, more than 2/3 of the questions correct.
Whether or not you'll last. So before we begin, I'm going to give you some context as to this world and also the scenario so that you can make informed choices. So this quiz, right, this scenario, it uses classic slow-moving zombies. So like classic infection type zombies.
There we go. Easy. 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 What? I think that's not easy. The biggest problem's other people in an apocalypse. That, in my mind. World War Z, it's the zombies. But Walking Dead zombies, it's like other people that are malicious and want to kill you. I don't think the zombies are the biggest issue. They're just kind of like a hurdle in the midst of other shit.
Moderate hearing and smell. They have poor eyesight, especially.
Moderate hearing and smell. Poor eyesight, especially in low light. They will notice you if you're loud, fast, or bleeding. What are they, fucking sharks? They'll smell my blood. They'll notice you if you're loud, fast, or bleeding. So they'll be like clickers, but slow. Like, ah! Ah! They turn. More merch is here. You better not skip this, you fucking bitch. More merch. Carpe diem. Look at this sick-ass design. You better fucking look at it, dick. Seize the day. Carpe diem. Pluck the day. Same fucking thing. Follows the philosophy drops that we've always been doing. We were doing Memento Mori. We were doing Think for Yourself. Look at this sick-ass back. Peep it. Also got shorts. This time, they're shorter than the other ones. Different material. We're not going that thick cotton anymore. It's more breathable. We also got hoodies in other designs. Look at this fucking sick-ass one. No AI! Told the designer, no AI! They hand drew this shit. Or, well, not with, like, pencil on a computer. Anyways. Where's the fucking long sleeve? Another design. Here's the front. Here's the back. Check it out. There's more stuff as well. I'm just showing you small things. JoeBartolozyStore.com. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Editor. I'm sick. Joe Bartolozzi Store. I said my last name wrong. JoeBartolozyStore.com. Check it the fuck out. See ya.
Notice if you're loud, if you're fast, or if you're bleeding. In terms of how to defeat them, the zombies don't feel pain. They don't bleed out. The only tried and tested way to destroy them is by destroying the brain. And they don't stop unless you hit a central nervous system, so when you're picking weapons, that's what you're aiming for. In terms of how the virus spreads, or how people turn, the virus spreads fast. People say it's from bites, maybe blood. It's not airborne as far as we know, but if someone gets it, they turn fast. To give you some context of
So it's not like mushroom spores, but if they bite you, you turn.
Live in an urban area with 2 other people, so it's like
you live in an above ground floor apartment with 2 other people in a densely populated urban area. So like I live in a big city like New York or Boston I live in like New York, Boston, Chicago, Miami.
Medium-sized city, pretty densely populated area with like the
Worst start. Bottom tier starting area for an apocalypse. That's making me a little less confident. Best place to start out is just like Iowa. You're in Canada, but not in a main city. Oh, so I'm fine. Oh, I only have ever met 10 people in my life. So I think I'll be okay.
Infrastructure of what you get in an urban area, so public transport, accessible supermarkets, roads, etc. I hope you took some notes or you remembered those facts.
Iceland would be the best area to start if the virus didn't start in Iceland, because then you could just close off the country.
Because they may or may not be relevant in deciding what you'll do. So again, I'll set out each question in turn and then the options, and I'll give you a couple of seconds to pick your answer. I'll tell you the right answer after each question and give you an explanation as to why that's the right answer.
But is it going to be like the definitive right answer, or is it just going to be like, hey, this is the one that's most likely to keep you alive?
Feel free, obviously, to pause the video to take more time if you need it, and most importantly, keep track of how many answers you get right or wrong for your final score at the end. And without further ado, let's begin. So you've just confirmed it, it's a zombie outbreak. You live in the second floor apartment in a medium-sized city, and it's the first 10 minutes.
What's a medium-sized city? Not New York, not Philly. Like, a medium-sized city, I would say like Austin, Texas. Is that? Yeah, like St. Louis, Missouri. Somewhere where there's not millions of people.
Immediately by car and head towards the countryside.
Hell no.
Option B, grab a backpack and head on foot to the nearest supermarket. Option C, wait a bit, gather information, and then leave before nightfall. Or option D, stay put and begin fortifying your home.
I think A's bad because there's going to be traffic immediately. Like, everybody's going to try and leave. That's the biggest play. If you're one of the first people, like 10 minutes, it's already cooked. I don't think you're getting out of the city. Grab a backpack, head on foot to the nearest supermarket. There's going to be panic on the ground level, so I feel like that's also bad. Stay put and begin fortifying your home. I think living in the city during an apocalypse is the worst play. Dude, I know A is bad because it's like you shouldn't want to leave by car, but I feel like A or C. Wait a while, gather info, and leave before nightfall. We don't know anything, so I feel like it would make sense to kind of wait. Not B. Well, grabbing a backpack, heading on foot to the nearest supermarket. There's going to be mass foot traffic on the city that you're in of people running around because they're scared and also infected on the streets. That's like immediately where people are going to be that are zombies. So, and people are already going to be looting supermarkets. I feel like that's not a problem right now. I'm thinking C, bro. C or A? I'm going to go C first answer, though.
So the correct answer is option D, stay...
Fortify my fucking second floor apartment in fucking Austin, Texas? Why the fuck would I fortify my apartment? Like somebody's gonna try... Bro, nobody's gonna try and break... The zombies don't have strength.
Put and begin fortifying your home. So the reason that this is the right answer is because leaving in the first wave is often one of the riskiest
I agree with that. That's why A is trash.
Things that you can do. During the first wave of an outbreak, infrastructure breaks down basically instantly. The roads are full of accidents and abandoned cars, emergency services are overwhelmed or completely gone, and if you're in a vehicle, you're likely gonna get stuck. And if you're on foot, you're probably gonna be exposed.
You know what I'm gonna do, bitch? I'm gonna take a Lime scooter out of that fuck-ass town. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go download an app and I'm gonna go fucking take a city bike and I'm gonna fucking electric scooter my way out of the fucking town. There we go. Then I don't even need to get in a goddamn car.
Another reason to stay put is because you have more
services are down. Yeah, I'm taking a Lime scooter.
Control at home. You know your layout, your entry points, and what you have at
No Wi-Fi? What did the fucking satellites just fall out of the sky? There's gonna be Wi-Fi for a little bit.
You're able to block doors, ration supplies, and also reduce noise. All in all,
Bro, ration supplies. What, the fucking 6 packs of ramen I got? Damn, dude. Ration supplies. Like I'm a fucking couponer and I just have fucking layers of canned corn. I'm just waiting to starve to death, bro. I'm going to last 5 days. How to starve. No, I mean, my plan wasn't, I feel like C's good. Because it wasn't fortify, but it was like, all right, I'm going to survey a little bit. Maybe I'll put a chair in front of the door. And then I'm going to fucking leave in like 8 hours.
All in all, staying put has fewer variables and more you can control, and there's also just less visibility to the outside world and its threats. Public spaces during this time are basically chaos zones because supermarkets and gas stations are early hotspots for violence, looting, infection spread. The majority of
Yeah, bro, but what if you're one of the first people there?
people that die early in disaster events do so because they go out thinking that they can grab more supplies. Another reason to stay is because waiting often gives
Grab all the fucking Marlboro Reds! Grab all the cigarettes!
you more information. In the next 12 to 48 hours, you'll learn what's happening, where to go or avoid, and whether there's an organized response. And so people who leave immediately often walk into blind danger. The only exceptions where leaving might be the right choice is if your building is actually compromised, like if there's an infected person inside and there's no way to secure it, or if you have a clear escape plan with pre-packaged supplies and like a safe destination, or if you live
What is that called? Like a go bag? There's like apocalypse people that have those. Like an already ready backpack to dip.
somewhere that's completely indefensible. So for example, there's a glass storefront, or you're on the ground floor, or if there's wide entry points. But
A bug out bag, that's what it is.
other than that, the safest thing to do is to stay and fortify and wait. So you've decided to stay put and ride out the first wave in your apartment. You've locked the doors, you've pulled the curtains, and you've confirmed it's a real outbreak. What's the smartest next move? Option A, start moving heavy furniture to block entry points. Option B, fill bathtubs, sinks, and pots with clean water.
I love that. I don't know the other two answers, but right now I'm going B.
Option C, inventory your kitchen.
I
make a
feel
ration.
like, bro, I feel like that's what you do during like a hurricane. Y'all ever do that? You or your family ever do that? Whenever you know the power, like your power's gonna get cut, the water, like it's not gonna work. Yeah, you always just fill the bathtub, sinks, pots.
Plan. Or option D, turn on
Inventory your kitchen, make a ration plan. Turn on the news and call loved ones for updates.
the news and call your loved ones for updates.
Not. D. Hell no. Yo, honestly though, nah, maybe turning on the news might be good. See, I feel like I'm taking the fucking bar exam right now. Like, all of these feel right. Outside of A. A is like, bro, like, what the fuck? What are the zombies? Hulk Hogan running through the fucking, the door, man? It's not A. I feel like it's going to be B or D. I'm gonna go B.
The correct answer is option B, fill
Yes! 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 1 point on the board.
all possible containers with clean water. So the reason this is the right answer is because in disaster scenarios, especially when infrastructure is unstable, water is often one of the first systems to fail. City water might stop flowing or become contaminated within hours of an outbreak. And since you're at home and you have a bathtub, bathtubs can act as large reservoirs for washing or flushing, and pots, bottles, and kettles are drinking water reserves. Because the power might cut out at any time, this is definitely the most important thing to do, and you should fill any container while the water pressure is still on. So why are the other options not correct? So option A, if you barricade this
Damn, bro, that's the biggest problem I'd have. I have no idea how I'd get clean water. What the fuck? I know you boil that shit, but it's like, I feel like in a survival scenario, I'm definitely dying of dehydration.
is important, but time-sensitive utilities come first. For option C, ration planning, again, this is smart, but no food is a problem in 3 days, while no water is a problem in the first day. And option D,
Facts.
turning on the news and calling your loved ones. That sounds useful, but communication noise risks attention, and you can also gather that information after securing the basics. Okay, so it's 15 minutes in, containers are full, the pressure is dropping, the power is still on, but it could cut out at any moment. What's the smartest next move? Option A,
Power's still on, can cut at any moment, containers are full.
Inventory food in order of perishability and set ration sizes. Option B, stand on the balcony to gauge how many people are on the street. Option C, drag a bookcase against your front door for extra bracing. Or option D, write a visible note on your front door saying, alive inside, uninfected.
Whack ass answer. D is terrible. I like B. I like B because then you get a gauge on like who's outside. But I feel like if you say B, she's going to go, incorrect. There's actually a sniper on the roof waiting for you to go outside, and it actually just domed you in the head. There's a red dot waiting outside of your window, just waiting for you to go outside. The second you reveal yourself, there's going to be a gang of crackheads that come up into your room and kill you. Woof, 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 roof, roof, roof. You have windows? Yeah, but maybe the windows are where the fucking balcony is, and I don't know how many people are outside. Inventory food in order of perishability and set ration sizes. Bro, what am I loser camping this out in the apartment? Nah, this is actually pissing me off, bro. What a bum-ass way to survive. Nah. Like, the zombie apocalypse starts, I'm not gonna, like, try and fucking make my way to a boat. I'm gonna fucking just bum in the apartment for fucking 8 weeks. That's cringe. I'm gonna go A. I want to do B. Power could cut at any moment. Oh, while the lights are on, you need to be able to read expiration dates. A.
So the correct answer here is option A, inventory
Yep.
and ration food. So the reason that this is important is because a calorie plan prevents panic eating and also using fridge power while you still have fridge power. Option B is incorrect because this makes you a visible target. Your silhouette against the sky is bait for both infected people and opportunistic survivors, and it's not worth.
Bro, no, it's... Yo, I'm telling you right now, this is a Walking Dead zombie. I'm walking out on the balcony. That motherfucker's going...
Is not wrong, but it's slightly premature. You're still going to want flexibility to move between the rooms and also possibly scavenge from your neighbors or adjust sound or light control. And option D, the front door note, this might emotionally feel smart, but ultimately it's a liability. This is because it—
Option E, meet a guy named Carl and start practicing your Walking Dead voice when he dies. Carl!
Draws attention to your apartment, and it also gives away the fact that someone is alive inside and likely with resources. It also just increases your risk of being targeted by desperate people, and there's no guarantee who
when he dies, I don't know.
This note. So you're
I just know he says Carl all the time.
Hour into the outbreak, the supplies are counted, you shared the space with your 2 flatmates. What's the next priority?
Kill your roommates.
Option A, establish a silent alert or knock code for movement inside the flat. Option B, cook a large hot meal before the gas or electricity dies. Option C, assign one person to sit by the peephole and watch the hallway. Or option D, start binge charging every device you own.
Establish a silent alert / knock code for movement inside of the flat. Do I live in a fucking 10,000 square foot apartment, dude? What the fuck? I need to... Dude, I'm imagining that I live in like a 2-bedroom apartment where I can see everything at all times. Cook a large hot meal before the gas or electricity dies. No. Assign one person to sit by the people and watch the hallway. No. I feel like D is good to charge your device, but I feel like she's going to say the fucking knock code. So this is the best time where you're going to want to learn Morse code. I'm going to go, no, I got to answer what I would do, not what this is what I got to do. I got to answer what I would do, not what I think's right. D. I think it's A, though.
So the correct option is option A, to have a silent alert system. So the reason this is
all right, guys, it's hour 6 of the apocalypse. I know all of our phones are on 10%, but let's not waste the time to go plug it in on the wall. Even though while I've been saying this, I could fucking plug in my phone. No. Instead, all right, okay, that means help. That means goat. That means Patrick Mahomes. That means corn.
The right answer is because having discipline in how you communicate can stop
Like
accidental shouting, accidental noise, and door opens later. Hot food and device charging matters, but all of these other things can wait until rules against loud mistakes, which are potentially fatal mistakes, are put in place. Okay, so you're now 2 hours into the outbreak. Communications are set, and
2 hours? This is 2 hours? I thought I was like a day in now.
it's still quiet outside. What do you do next?
2 hours in and I go stand on my balcony and that's bad? The apocalypse just started. Let's go loot their apartment. This person that probably lives on minimum wage in a fucking Austin, Texas apartment, let's go fucking steal their shit.
Option A, pick one windowless interior room as
Communications are set. It's still quiet outside. What's the next sensible action?
the fallback or the sleep space. Option B, clear the hallway outside your unit of any loose objects. Option C, start boiling tap water to sterilize it while power remains. Or option D,
I thought tap water was already sterilized.
spread your stored water containers across different rooms in case of a breach.
Spread your stored water across different rooms in case of a breach? Bro, where are they going to breach this apartment? There's one entry point. Select one windowless interior room as the fallback sleep space. Where's option E? Dump your bag of marbles outside your front door to Looney Tunes cartoon prank, Home Alone style, any zombies that walk upstairs. Start boiling tap water? No. Spread your stored water across different rooms. I'm going to go A.
So the correct option here is option A, designate a fallback room. So the reason this is the right answer is because if the outer flat is breached, you need a last line of defense already chosen. So this is about prioritizing worst case preparedness before it's too late. By the 2 hour mark, we're assuming you've already secured water, you've already locked down and you've gone dark, and also the initial chaos has passed, but stability is still fragile. So option B, clearing the hallway of loose objects, is a good idea, but it's not really worth the risk of sound.
It's always A. Has it always been A? No, it wasn't always A. One of the times it was D.
Unless there's an active threat outside. Option C, boiling the water, sounds smart, but you've already filled containers at this point, and the tap water is still running, so it's not yet unsafe. The power right now might stay on for hours, or it might just cut suddenly, but even then, you can boil the water from the fallback room later. Boiling it right now just creates unnecessary heat.
Bro, boiling water? I'm still in a fucking city flat. I'm not thinking I need to boil my water until I'm fucking Bear Grylls drinking my own piss. Like, I'm not boiling water until I'm fucking grabbing murky water from a fucking pond. And I'm like, yeah, this shit looks unsafe.
Noise and smell, which are all signals that you want to prevent early on. And finally, D, spreading the water containers around the room. This is like a good idea, but it's minor optimization. Obviously, if you're breached, you don't want all of your water in one place, but again, if you're breached that badly, the whole flat is essentially compromised. And the fallback room should already have its own mini storage. Okay, so you've made it to the end of day one.
Bro, I really just feel like these people be bums, dude. I know she's basically giving the rundown of, like, this is how you should survive based on, like, actual research. And so I think that's valid. But in my brain, I feel like I'm imagining this ragtag trio. All right, guys, we got to set a fallout room for us to sleep in. Everybody move the open cans full of water. I feel like I'd kick that door down, fucking karate chop all of them in the neck, instantly kill them, and then steal their shit and walk out. Like, I really don't think this group's lasted more than a week. Based off the vibes that this is giving off, like the answers, if somebody's like, all right, got my bug out bag ready by the door in case.
Barricades, water, food, signals, safe room, and hygiene are all handled. What should you do to finish the day? Option 1, stay awake all night in rotating 2-hour guard shifts. Option B, start a small cooking fire on the balcony to reduce indoor smells. Option C, signal.
What? Start a small cooking fire on the balcony to reduce indoor smells. So I'm just saying, if it ends, I'm not even going to say it. If it's B, I'll crash out. Signal from a window in Morse code that survivors are still inside. It's not C. That's like the worst. C's the worst option.
From a window.
Well, you're just it's pitch black outside. You're like shining a flashlight. Fucking, like, they're gonna even know it's Morse code.
In Morse code that survivors are inside. Or option D, mentally map a 10 to 14 day isolation timeline and nightly routine.
Bro, 14 days? I feel like I would leave the city so much faster than that. Stay awake all night in a rotating 2-hour guard shift. So you would sleep 4 hours at a time. I'm gonna go A.
So the correct answer here is option D, build the timeline.
Mentally map a 10 to 14 day isolation timeline and nightly routine. Bro, 10 to 14 days? Mentally map that? Yo, I feel like I would write that down with like a pen and paper of like, this is where we should go by this day.
This is the right answer is because this sets psychological expectations and also ration discipline. Setting fires, making signals, or having exhausting all-night watches just create risk without adding any immediate survival value. So it's now been 48 hours since the beginning of the outbreak. You've not heard any sirens, no screams, no gunfire, just silence. You crack a window and you listen, and movement sounds faint and far away. What do you do now? Option A.
Do out a very big belch to see if anything makes a weird noise. Go outside and scream.
Slide open the window a few more inches for ventilation because the air inside is stale. Option B. Scan the street from behind the curtain for movement or patterns.
Already A. Already A.
Option C. Step briefly onto your balcony and confirm how many bodies you can see below. Or option D. Knock on the ceiling to check if
Stepping onto the balcony is really a bad play. There's a sniper. There's a sniper that's been waiting on the roof this entire time. Knock on the ceiling to check if the neighbor's still alive. I do love that play.
are still alive.
I'm going to go A.
So the correct answer here is option B. Scan the street.
Oh, scan the street. Oh, but so scan the street, but not on the balcony, because if you step on the balcony, that's where the nine Black Ops fucking 6 snipers just come out and trick shot you right off the fucking roof. Scan the street from behind the curtain. Yeah, for movement or patterns. Okay. Just to get like a gauge of who's outside.
So the reason that this is correct is because in the 48-hour period, this phase is about information without exposure. If you're looking quietly...
Bro, but this is like... I know the first day is going to be the most hectic. But I feel like once you're in the city for a long period of time, that's where like groups are actually going to start getting together that like want to attack people. And that's where like hordes of zombies are going to start, you know? I feel like getting out of the city earlier is better. I know it's going to be harder, but like imagine like day 5 of the apocalypse, you're trying to leave Boston. Like you're walking out to like everything's blocked on the streets. Everything's out on the streets, right? Everything's blocked. There's zombies everywhere. There's people waiting to see or hear you so they can attack you. Like, you're kind of hard locking yourself into that city for a long time.
Through a covered window, this can give you insight into movement without sound or silhouette. Opening a window or stepping outside creates unnecessary noise and profile. And knocking is an even worse idea because you don't know who's alive or what they'd do if they heard you. You suspect that the apartment across the hall is abandoned. The door is cracked. What do you do? Option A, enter quietly and search it for supplies. Option B, close and secure the door from the outside to prevent risk later. Option C, leave it untouched. Or option D, knock once, wait, and then cautiously enter with your knife drawn.
Bro, with my what? Like a fucking butter knife? Like my kitchen knife? I don't have a better weapon? Bro, I have a fucking spear and a sword. Or a gun, bro. Like, literally, you don't have any of these. I just have a fucking kitchen knife. See? Leave it untouched. I feel like leaving it untouched is stupid. Probably close the door. I'm gonna go B.
So the correct answer here is option A, enter quietly and search. So the reason this is the right answer is because at this point, controlled scavenging is strategic. If a room is clearly empty, it's better that you take its resources before someone clearly more desperate does. Avoiding all unknowns also isn't sustainable long term. Don't knock, don't announce, don't waste the opportunity. At night, you hear footsteps and whispering outside your apartment door. It's clearly human. What do you do? Option A.
Press a fucking sawed-off shotgun right against the fucking wooden door. Go, hey! Are you guys, how many survivors are there? They walk up to the door. Are you guys in there? Boom! Right through the fucking door. Hole straight through their fucking chest. Kick that fucking door open. Bang. Elbow to the fucking jaw. Deck him. Steal all their shit. Throw them into the fucking streets. Use them as a symbol monkey like zombies. And then I get the fuck out of the city.
Stay completely silent. Don't move. Don't make noise. Option B, whisper to your group to grab weapons in case they come in. Option C, make a deliberate sound to show that you're at home and you're not worth breaking in. Or option D, wait for them to move on and then open the door quietly to check.
Stay completely silent. Don't move. Don't make a noise. Whisper to your group to grab weapons in case they come in. Make a deliberate sound to show you're home and not worth breaking in. Wait for them to move on, then open the door quietly to check. Not D. I'm gonna go B.
So the correct answer here is option A, stay silent. So the reason that this is the right answer is because this isn't the time to act. Silence is your defense. If they're looters, they'll avoid resistance, and if they're panicking, noise can make them choose your door. If they're infected, sound draws them. You only move if they try to enter, and even then, you don't speak. Your flatmate whispers too loudly during a routine water check.
Yeah, I think silence is good. Maybe the sawed-off shotgun to the wooden door probably isn't a great play on second thought. But either way, I still feel like some sort of attack might be good.
And you hear a muffled groan from someone.
Release nerve gas through the air ventilator. I throw a canister of nerve gas through the vents.
What do you do? Option A, take a position at the door with a weapon in case.
A few minutes later, I hear a groan. Your flatmate whispers too loudly during a routine water check. How many waters do we... Oh, sorry. How many waters do we have?
One comes through. Option B.
How much water's left in the bathtub?
B. Quietly relocate everyone to your fallback room and lock the door. Option C. Tell them to stay put and go investigate alone while it's quiet.
When the fuck can I leave the city?
Or option D. Whisper sharply at them, telling them to shut up and listen.
A. You can't risk losing your room.
So the correct answer is option B, relocate to the fallout.
That's fucking stupid! That's fucking stupid! Alright, now we're stuck in the fallback room. There's no windows and one door. Now if the fucking zombies get in the apartment, you're fucked! You're fucked. What are you going to drill out? Oh, now what do you do? Start digging at the walls with a plastic spoon to fucking escape? What?
So the reason this is the right answer is because containment is the protocol here. Fallback spaces exist for this reason.
Yeah, bro, but you're stuck in like a 3-bedroom apartment.
You don't split up, you don't go hunting, and you don't escalate anything. This is defensive discipline. Move to the stronghold and listen. If nothing happens, then you wait. And if something breaches, you're ready. You overhear a broadcast on a still working radio. Evacuation might be happening 6 miles away at an old stadium, but you don't have any further details and there's also no schedule. What do you do? Option A, immediately pack and leave while the streets are quiet. Option B, wait 24 hours to gather more information or listen for updates. Option C, prepare a bag and scout the route before committing. Or
C.
Option D, ignore it.
C.
So the correct answer here is option C, which is prepare to move, but don't move just yet. So the reason this is the right answer is because if you leave now, you risk walking into chaos or nothing at all. But ignoring...
It's so weird that like some of them I'm like, yeah, fully that makes sense. That's the right answer. Others, it's like, yeah, I get that. But like, dude, the fallback room when you hear something outside, like, I hate that idea.
It completely is also a gamble. The right call here is controlled contingency. You should prep a bag, watch for signals, and then assess the route. Okay, so you've gathered your bag, and now you have to choose one weapon to take when fleeing the apartment. What's the smartest grab?
Ooh. A knife? No, something long range.
Option A is a long crowbar.
Love
Option
that.
B, a short machete.
Crowbar, or how long of a? I feel like a crowbar and a machete are about the same length.
Option C is a steel baseball bat.
I don't even need to hear DC.
Or option D, a cordless drill.
I mean, what dumbass is choosing a drill? Well, actually, option D is good because you're going to need to make a fucking wooden shack in the Alps. You're going to need the cordless drill to fucking to do fucking home improvement. C.
So the correct answer here is option A, the long crowbar.
Bro, what? Nah, that shit's getting stuck in somebody's skull. What, maybe because it's like a half utility. I get that. I'm not mad at that answer. I would go C. I think the crowbar, yeah, it's because you could also use it for doors and as a weapon. It's like a multi-tool. But the steel bat, man, I'm just like, you fucking wear him. You know, like dude, I love a metal bat as a weapon in a zombie apocalypse is such a fire play. Just fucking, boom, fucking bonk, literally just instantly cave their head in.
So the reason this is the right answer is because this is the weapon that you're gonna grab before leaving your apartment. So the weapon choice here needs to factor in, number one, how lethal.
Why not grab both? No time. It's not in the mental map schedule that you made 10 days ago.
Lethal it is against zombies, especially skull trauma. Number two.
Yeah, but dude, I feel like that wedge, that hook part's gonna get stuck in the zombie's head.
Utility in the field, so how it works against doors, fences, or breaking into places. Number three, durability and portability. You want a weapon that won't break. And
you're such an Italian American from New Jersey with a baseball bat choice. Bro, I don't even think that's an Italian thing. I feel like the baseball bat choice is just a good play. Crowbar makes sense. I feel like the machete's bad. Machete's too close because you're within arm's length every time. And I know the metal bat's not as big of a difference, but like you could extend a lot more. And a machete to the skull, I feel like that's not instant chopping through. A bat, like even if you don't instant, it might be a 2-hit, but like the first hit's donk, like falls over, you know?
Won't slow you down. And number four, ease of use under stress, so no skill or precision needed. The reason the crowbar is the best choice is because it delivers focused and dense impact, which is ideal for cracking skulls. It also functions as a multi-tool, so
who just owns a crowbar? Another question there. Like, or a machete. Who just owns a fucking well, I mean, I own a spear. But, like, who owns a machete or a crowbar?
There's no edge to maintain, there's no power required, and it's nearly indestructible. And basically, it works in both combat and escape. All in all, it's the most versatile survival tool that you can carry. The machete was a viable option, but it's risky. It's good in the sense that it's fast and it's light, and it's good for clearing brush or, like, cutting rope, but it's not really—
What am I, fucking fleeing to Brazil? What am I going through brush? What am I fucking doing? I'm in, like, an American city right now. Where am I fucking— What are the vines overgrowing the fucking city? Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, wow, dude, this really— I hear, like, birds, and I see a fucking jaguar running through the streets. Oh, shit. The city has changed in 3 days.
Hard impact because it can slice through soft tissue, but it might get stuck in bone. And remember from the beginning of this video, I told you that in order to defeat a zombie, you have to aim for its brain. And in order to get to the brain, you have to go through the skull. And a machete can get stuck in a skull or in the bone of its neck if you're trying to cut its head off.
So can a fucking crowbar! That hook? Bro, you're gonna hit it in the— Yo, if there's 4 zombies and it's a 4v1, you hit one in the head, you instant kill it, now you're like trying to pull it out. The bat, you're going wham, 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 fucking over and over again.
It's like it could be a really good idea, but it's probably going to perform poorly. The reason for this is because it's unnecessarily heavy, it's tiring to swing, and also there's no extra function.
What do you mean entirely heavy? It's a fucking bat. It's like a steel or aluminum bat. I feel like that's so easy, bro. That's not too heavy.
Besides the intimidation. Bats also often glance off of bones.
Yeah, dude, that's also good for humans, man. That's good for humans, bro. I feel like, chat, what's scarier? Ooh, maybe a machete. For humans, you're running, you see a pack of people as well. Are you more scared of a guy with a machete or a metal bat?
Not great for cracking skulls, especially if you're swinging at a bad angle. And the cordless drill is wrong because this—
That's not great for cracking skulls. Hard disagree. Hard disagree. I think I could split a skull with one swing of a steel bat.
Yeah, but it's probably going to perform poorly. The reason for this is because it's unnecessarily heavy, it's tiring to swing, and also there's no extra function besides the intimidation. Bats also often glance off of bone, so it's actually not great for cracking skulls, especially if you're swinging at a bad angle. And the cordless drill is wrong because this might sound like a really good idea, but drills are not—
How would that sound like? Who the fuck's going, oh, the cordless drill? Oh, the cordless drill. I'm definitely going to need that.
Going to be lethal unless it's precisely placed. It's also going to require 2 hands, close contact, and also, most importantly, electricity and battery power. And once it's dead, it's useless, and there's no extra utility or intimidation value to it. You now go into your kitchen for a secondary weapon. Which of these gives you the best chance of stopping a zombie in close combat? Option A, a chef's knife. Option B, a wooden rolling pin. Option C, a butcher's cleaver. Or option D, a screwdriver.
C. A butcher's cleaver? I feel like that would decapitate somebody. A butcher's cleaver? Maybe the chef's knife if I'm holding it in like a BO2 combat stance. Maybe the chef's knife if I flip around and I'm like, you know, not the screwdriver. The correct answer is B, wooden rolling pin.
So the correct answer here is option C, a butcher's cleaver.
I was kind of hoping it would be B, wooden rolling pin.
So the reason this is the right answer is because a cleaver has the mass and blade thickness.
Oh yeah, dude. A cleaver slicing. I mean, it's made for literally fucking like meat separation.
Skull with short range strikes. The chef's knife is most likely going to be too thin and it risks snapping or getting stuck. And the rolling pin, it feels like a bat, but it's probably too light to do real damage. And as I said with the bat, most likely it'll bounce or glance off bone. The screwdriver here could be good because it could puncture—
Wooden rolling pin versus steel bat, way different, bro. I think it really depends on the strength. Can we agree that it's the strength of the user that determines the weapon choice? I think for close range, cleaver is obviously the right answer, but I think for the main weapon, a steel bat doesn't make sense if you're like 5'2" and 110 pounds. But if you're like able to fucking dual wield that shit, you got the Elden Ring build for it. You know, I'm taking the bat.
But it'll probably only go through soft points and you need perfect aim under pressure. Therefore, it's not the best option. So you've packed our small bag, and a local broadcast says that evacuation teams are moving towards a nearby stadium within the next 48 hours. What time of day do you plan to move? Option A, leave just before dawn. Option B, leave in the middle of the day. Option C, leave after dark. Or option D, leave right away.
Middle of the day. B.
So the correct answer here is option A, leave just before dawn. So the reason this is the right answer is because leaving right before sunrise gives you both enough light to navigate without drawing too much attention, while
Yeah, that's true.
most threats, either human or zombie, are less alert. Night travel is not a good idea because it increases the risk of tripping, noise, or panic, and broad daylight also makes you way too visible. So you've exited your apartment and you're making your way towards the stadium. Before seeing any zombies, you spot a group of 3 scavengers near a parked car. One is searching the trunk, another is standing lookout, and the third is carrying a pipe. They haven't noticed you yet. What do? Option A, approach calmly and ask—
Before you see the zombies, you spot a group of 3 scavengers near a parked car. One is searching the trunk, another is standing lookout, the third is carrying a pipe.
if they've seen safe zones. Option B, stay low and observe from a distance before deciding. Option C, circle wide and avoid contact entirely. Or option D, follow them quietly to see where they're heading.
B or C? I kind of think C's the better answer, but I want to go B.
So the correct answer here is option C, avoid contact entirely.
That was my second guess.
So the reason this is the right answer is because a wide detour keeps your location, your supplies, and your intentions secret. Early survival states that stealth is more important than alliance building. Option A, approaching calmly, is not the right answer because in early outbreaks, strangers are often scared and hyper-reactive. There's also no trust networks established yet, so it's more likely that they'll escalate or become violent or betray you. Option B, watching from a distance, gives you intel, but it burns time and it also risks you being spotted if they sweep.
Bro, they said they're moving there in the next 48 hours. What am I fucking walking 10 miles across like rugged terrain?
Their surroundings. And if they see you first, you lose initiative. Option D, following them, is also not the best answer because stalking unknown people is risky and you could walk into their base or another group. There's no true incentive to doing this early on, and if you're caught, you're seen as a threat or a potential ambusher. So on your route, you end up crossing rooftops using ladders and fire escapes. On the next rooftop, you see a zombie standing on the far ledge. It's facing away and it hasn't noticed you yet. You need to cross that roof to reach the ladder. What do?
Activate stealth perk, crawl up to it, and then hit it with the grab their neck and stab them right in the fucking head.
Option A, move slowly across the rooftop, hugging the wall and staying silent. Option B, throw a bottle into the street below and lure it off the edge.
Fire.
Option C, try and sneak up and attack it with your crowbar.
No.
Or option D, wait for it to wander off before attempting the crossing.
B.
So the correct answer here is option A, move silently across. So the reason this is the right answer is because at this point, the zombie hasn't seen you yet. You're not blocked and you don't need to engage. Stealth here minimizes all risk. Option B, throwing a bottle could work if you were on the ground.
I pretend to be infected. It goes, ah! You go, just mosey on by.
Since you're on a rooftop, sound travels unpredictably, and also it could just alert more zombies below. Sneaking up to attack it is also not necessary since it hasn't noticed you yet, and it also puts you in close quarters with no backup plan. Option D is potentially a good idea, but waiting could take forever, and it wastes daylight while giving up control. You're cutting through a narrow alley, and about 30 feet ahead, you see a zombie. It hasn't noticed you yet, but it's directly between you and the exit. There's an open side door to your left, a dumpster you could climb, and also a loose pipe on the ground nearby. What do? Option A.
Bro, a dumpster would be so fucking loud to jump on top of a dumpster.
Pick up the pipe and confront it before it gets closer. Option B. Go into the side door and barricade it behind you to wait for a better—
What happened to my fucking crowbar? What happened to my fucking crowbar? Now I gotta use a fucking loose metal pipe that fell off one of the fucking ceilings?
For a moment. Option C. Climb the dumpster, toss a small object away, and misdirect the zombie away from the exit. Or option D. Dash past the zombie now while there's—
Slip through the side door and barricade it behind you and wait for a better moment. Dash past it now while there's still a chance. B.
Still distance. So the correct answer here is option C, use elevate.
What? Bro, no. I fooled it. Hey, dude, have you ever stood on top of a dumpster? That is the biggest I'm right here signal you'll ever have. What the fuck? Getting on dumpsters are so loud. Like, if you jumped on top of a dumpster, that would be like, boom, boom. It would be like loud sheet metal.
And misdirection. So the reason this is the right answer is because it has the best combination of both control of the situation and also momentum. Here, you're staying away from the action and you preserve your forward route, but you also don't trigger aggression. And you might be wondering now why a sound distraction is the correct answer in the alleyway, while on the previous rooftop question, I said that sound is unpredictable.
Bro, I'm gonna be going on the dumpster. Doom, doom, doom. I'm holding a pebble. It hits a fucking wall. I mean, bro, he's gonna go towards the louder noise.
This is because in the alleyway, you're in a contained space. So there's tight walls and there's—
I'm convinced she dies day one. Bro, for all the people who keep saying, bro, she's dead, these aren't her answers. I'm not trying to get mad at that, but for the people in chat that just keep going, dude, she's dead as fuck. These aren't her answers.
Short distance, and you can also see the zombie, and it hasn't seen you yet. So here you're actually able to direct noise without just hoping that the zombie will react like in the previous question. And you have immediate visual feedback on how the zombie responds. And most importantly, you have escape options, such as a dumpster, side door, or a fallback path. Essentially, sound is a good tool here because it's in a space that's controlled, tight, and you can control. Sound is dangerous on a rooftop in the previous question because that's a high exposure space, because rooftops offer no cover. You can't see what's in surrounding buildings or below you, and a thrown bottle creates echoes, which could travel downward and it could trigger zombies or other people on the street or in nearby buildings. Option A, fighting the zombie, is not the right answer because this is still too risky. You don't know if there are other zombies nearby or what's behind the zombie, and weapon or not, confrontation when you don't need to is high failure rate unless you're cornered. Option B, going to the side door and hiding, is a valid survival option, but you're now stuck in a closed building with its own unknowns inside. There's also no guarantee that the zombie will ever move on. So this option isn't wrong, but it's also not the best option. And option D, sprinting past, is also risky, because one wrong move and you could get grabbed. You turn a corner and you see another survivor. They're alone and they're—
Bro, but I also know my speed, you know what I mean? Like, I know how fast I can run. So if I see a gap and I'm like 8% sure I'm going to make it, no, I'm not going to do it. But if I'm like, nah, I'm definitely clearing that. I see the zombie like hobble walking.
sitting on a curb. From your first glance, they don't look injured.
See another survivor, they're alone sitting on a curb eating something.
What do you do? Option A, approach slowly and ask if they're headed towards the stadium. Option B, cross to the other side and keep walking without making eye contact. Option C, turn back and take a longer route. Or option D, make brief eye contact and nod, and then keep moving.
Where's option E, like, hit him in the head with a crowbar? Why are we never getting an extra answer here? Approach slowly as if they're headed towards the stadium. Cross the other side, keep walking without making eye contact. C. You see. You want to avoid contact at all times. I'm going to go D. I'm going to aura check him.
So the correct answer here is option D, brief eye contact and keep
Love
moving.
that.
So the reason this is the right answer is because you need to acknowledge this person without becoming a variable. Making eye contact shows your confidence and the nod signals peace. Option B or C, ignoring or avoiding them entirely, could be read as weakness, and option A of approaching them is risky. You don't know their intentions or what they've lost. While climbing a fence, you
E, piss missile. Yeah, you got to show your dominance. You walk up behind him, you just start peeing on his sandwich. Then you give him the nod and you just keep walking.
slice your palm open on exposed metal. It's not deep, but it's bleeding. What do you do? Option A, cover it quickly with whatever cloth you have. Option B, wash and disinfect it before sealing it up. Option C, ignore it because it's too small
Chop off the hand.
to matter. Or option D, wrap it in plastic to keep the blood from dripping.
B.
So the correct answer here is option B, clean and disinfect it. So the reason that this is the right
Pouring fucking mouthwash on it.
answer is because any open wound is potentially an infection point, especially if you're touching surfaces or dead bodies. Every small cut matters in an unsanitary environment, and here you're protecting yourself from both regular and zombie-related infections. You find gasoline and a lighter in an abandoned garage. Do you rig a Molotov cocktail for
Yes.
zombie defense?
Yes.
Option A, yes, because it's an explosive distraction and it destroys the zombie on contact. Option B, yes, but only as a last resort.
B.
Option C, no, because fire spreads unpredictably and it draws attention. Or option D, no, it's better saved for sterilizing tools.
Ooh, D. D. What? Oh, lost audio. Fire spreads quickly, unpredictably. Fire rarely instant kill zombies. That is true. It would be better for, like, people.
When your route was blocked. It's a small space with one door, no
You're taking shelter in a back room of a corner shop after your route was blocked. It's a small space with one door, no window.
windows, and a zombie is just stumbled in from the front. Inside this room with you are a metal drawer, a kitchen knife, duct tape, and a narrow closet with slatted wooden doors. You have seconds to react. What do you do? Option A, tape the knife to a broken broom handle and prepare to fight. Option B, hide silently in the closet and hope it passes. Option C, climb onto the metal drawer and prepare to strike from above. Or option D, make noise to lure the zombie fully in and then try and slip behind it and escape.
Oh god, these all seem bad. These all seem really bad. I'm stuck in a room with a zombie. I either make a shitty weapon, hide, make a lot of noise, and strike from above. I'm gonna go C.
So the correct answer here is option C, use elevation and timing. So the reason this is the right answer is because standing on the drawer gives you both height, force, and also angle to strike the zombie. As established
because you're going for the head.
before, these zombies are slow moving, so if you wait for it to enter and then drive a downward strike where it counts, this is probably your best bet. Option A, making the DIY spear, is not a good idea because makeshift spears often are not going to hold.
Did YouTube just break? YouTube's down? You're kidding. You're kidding. You're kidding. You're kidding. You're kidding.
Standing on the drawer gives you both height, force, and also angle to strike the zombie. As established before, these zombies are slow moving, so if you wait for it to enter and then drive a downward strike where it counts, this is probably your best bet. Option A, making the DIY spear, is not a good idea because makeshift spears often are not going to hold up in real pressure. A taped knife is—
Well, yeah, dude, it's fucking taped. You're not going to get through somebody's skull with that. We don't need to know why those answers are bad. I know those answers are bad. You fought off a zombie at close range. You're unbitten, but it blood spattered on your mouth and hands. What do you do first? Oh, God.
What do you do first? Option A, wipe yourself down with a towel or cloth. Option B, rinse with soap and water immediately. Option C, disinfect your skin with hand sanitizer. Or option D, wait and see if symptoms appear.
C.
So the correct answer here is option B, rinse with soap and water.
What? I would have thought, dude, like alcohol, like just get rid of it.
The reason this is the right answer is because if the virus spreads through blood, then you have to treat it like a biohazard. Soap and water removes infectious material better than alcohol. And sanitizer can't neutralize any contamination in the eyes or the mouth. Speed matters here, so waiting to see if symptoms appear is also a terrible idea. So by this point, all of your clean water is gone. You find a puddle of murky water next to a corpse that's clearly been mauled by zombies. What do? Option A, boil the water because heat kills everything. Option B, filter the water with cloth and then boil it. Option
Why is the music getting louder?
C, avoid it unless you have proper filtration. Or option D, dilute it with cleaner water and hope it's safe.
Boy, like the music's like 200% right now. Boil it, filter it with a cloth, then boil it. Avoid it unless you have proper filtration. Dilute it with cleaner water and hope it's safe. C.
So the correct answer here is option C, avoid it.
Yeah, bro, the fucking dead zombie. A dead zombie's in the water.
Without proper
Or
filtration.
next to it. Oh, fuck no.
So the reason this is the right answer is because while boiling is effective against bacteria, it's not effective against all viral agents or chemical contaminants. And you don't know enough about zombie blood to know if it contains persistent infection particles. Option B, filtering with the cloth and then boiling, is also a bad idea because filtering only removes debris but not pathogens. You're inside a store with broken glass on the floor. A group of 4 zombies wanders in from a side entrance. They haven't noticed you yet, and you're crouched behind the checkout counter. What do? Option A, crawl quietly against the back wall to the emergency exit. Option B, stay completely still until they pass, even if it takes hours. Option C, throw a metal object to the far corner and sneak out the front. Or option D, try and separate one from the group and take it down.
B. Because there's glass everywhere. Any distraction won't work.
So the correct answer here is option C, use
Fuck!
noise tactically. The reason this is the right answer is because zombies react to sound, and you don't want them investigating your section of the store. Throwing an object quietly obviously creates false noise distraction, and it also gives you a chance to exit.
Yeah, but there's glass everywhere. Why are you saying there's glass on the floor? I'm getting baited.
Option B, waiting, was a valid answer, but it's a gamble on your time. And option A is a bad idea because if you can remember from the scenario, there's glass on the floor, and crawling on glass is just risk. Option D, engaging one, is dumb. You should probably know that by now. You should always avoid confrontation if possible, and remember there's a group of zombies.
Unless I got a fucking gun with a silencer.
other ones will hear.
Dead.
So you continue making your way to the stadium. You're almost there. When you're 2 blocks away from your destination, you realize that someone is quietly following you at a distance. They haven't called out yet. What do? Option A, call them out and ask them to identify themselves. Option B, pick up your pace, make several turns to test if they're tracking you. Option C, stop abruptly and wait for them to catch up so you can confront them. Or option D, turn around and start walking towards them to intimidate them.
Stop abruptly and wait for them to catch up so you can confront. B.
So the correct answer is option B, change your pace and test if they're following you. The reason this is the right answer is because if someone's following you silently, you should never confront them directly. Change your pace and take sharp turns, and if they match you, it's deliberate. Once you've established they are in fact following you, then you can break the line of sight and change direction. Talking to them or walking
Break the line of sight, bro. I'd be charging their ass at that point.
towards them gives them control, and you need options here that minimize risk. So you've just changed pace and you've made several
Bro, I don't know. I feel like the fear factor on humans is so different, bro. Some guy's following you from a distance in a zombie apocalypse. You just turn at him and just fucking run at him like a maniac. Like he's gonna imagine somebody does that to you. Like you're planning on attacking that guy and that's how he reacts. You're now vulnerable. You're running away. Not like he's not getting you.
sharp turns, and they match every move. So now you know they're deliberately following you. You're still 2 blocks away from your destination. What do?
Like, that'd
Option
freak
A,
me out.
duck into a building, break the line of sight, and then exit via a back route. Option B, run the final 2 blocks to lose them and reach the evacuation point as fast as you can. Option C, hide in a shadowed spot and ambush them when they pass. Or option D, shout at them that you know they're following and threaten them to back off.
A.
So the right answer here is option A, break the line of sight and exit from another route. So the reason this is the right answer is because breaking the line of sight is power here. Once this person can't see you, you regain tactical control of the situation. Entering a building also gives you many alternate exits, angles, and barriers. And most people that are following you don't expect sudden lateral movement. Most likely they're watching you for forward momentum. And if you break the line of sight, you now have options to either double back, wait it out, or have a more controlled confrontation on your own terms. Option B, running to the evacuation point, is a bad idea because it shows desperation, and more importantly, you're going to lead them to your only safe haven and potentially compromise it. Option C, ambushing them, is also a bad idea because even if you win, you risk injury or noise. And you don't know anything about this person, so it's very unlikely that you're going to control the fight. Option D, threatening them out loud, is also a bad idea because aggressive posturing only works if you have leverage in the situation. Otherwise, you're escalating a situation where that person might feel cornered or it provokes violence. So you've successfully evaded this person and you're now 1 block away from the evacuation zone. A lone zombie is blocking the gate entrance. It's slow, but it's fully alert and squarely in your path. You have a crowbar, a flashlight, a water bottle, and a cracked riot shield that you found earlier. What do? Option A, use the riot shield to push it aside and run past. Option B, blind the zombie with a flashlight and strike it over the head with a crowbar. Option C, wait for another person to draw its attention and then move. Or option D, throw your water bottle to the far side of the street and then rush through.
Blinded with a flashlight? Bro, what is this, a fucking CS lobby? Wait for another person to draw its attention and move. Well, I don't know if anybody's going to do that. I'm going to go A.
So the correct answer here is option A, push through with the shield. So the reason this is the right answer is because bypassing is always smarter if you have the option, and here disabling the zombie is not necessary. A riot shield gives you both force and direction. Option B, fighting the zombie, again risks too much noise and injury, and you're this close to the destination. Combat is unnecessary here if you have the option to redirect and move on. For your best chance of survival, you should always avoid fights unless they're absolutely required. We've seen you the zombie guards earlier, and so now you're panicked looking
Sorry,
crowd.
I'm trying to get through this last question here. You arrived near the evacuation site, surrounded by high fencing with guards and fatigues.
Nearby. You accidentally dropped your crowbar fencing, guards, and you can see a panicked looking crowd nearby. You accidentally dropped your crowbar during the encounter earlier, and so now you're unarmed. What's the most strategic way to approach? Option A, push through the crowd because urgency signals that you need help. Option B, wait nearby and watch how the guards treat incoming people. Option C, call out from a distance and raise your arms. Or option D, walk directly to the guards, show your hands, and stay silent.
D.
So the correct answer here is option B, observe before approaching.
Damn it! What, like they're just gonna shoot you right in the head and they see you got fucking cut?
So the reason this is the right answer is because evacuation zones are often unstable. You don't know if the guards are armed or overwhelmed. Option A, pushing in, could get you mistaken for a threat, and option C draws attention to you, again without you having further context. Option D, walking up silently, can also be seen as evasive or again potentially confrontational. The safest thing to do is still to watch protocol and then mimic it calmly. So that wraps up the last of the questions, and hopefully you made it. So count up how many of the answers you got correct.
How many did I get right, chat? I feel like I got like 15 right.
You should now have a score out of 28. So now I'll tell you what your score means and whether or not you would have survived the zombie apocalypse. So if you scored between 26 and 28, you would have survived. You're calm under pressure.
Oh, I'm fucking cooked. Maybe I got 17 to 21.
You're tactically sharp, you're rare, and you're adaptable. Most likely, you would have lasted months into this outbreak, maybe even years. And you're the kind of person that other survivors want to follow. If you scored between 22 and 25, then you most likely survived the initial outbreak and you navigated long-term danger pretty well. You made some mistakes here and there, but luckily it was nothing fatal. With a good group, you're likely to survive. If you scored between 17 and 21, you'd likely scrape through the first wave, but stumble very often. You probably wasted unnecessary energy and you took unnecessary shortcuts. Survival for you is possible, but you'd need luck and good alliances.
That's the gamblers section. All or nothing.
If you score between 12 and 16, your chances are unlikely. You're likely a liability to your group, you burn through supplies, you draw noise, and you probably also
a burden to the group. Okay.
Yourself. Unfortunately for you, surviving past the first few weeks is unlikely. And finally, if you got 0 to 11, then you're a casualty on day 1. You probably wouldn't make it through 24 hours, maybe not even the first hour. Most likely, you'll be one of the first bitten and also first remembered in the what not to do in survival briefings. Thank you for watching this video.
Remembered, bro. They're gonna forget your ass if you die fucking day 1.